It's your boy, Big Kelv, repping that 7-day genetics, and y'all know how I do it. I work out 7 days. 7 days. Now back to my segment that I call The Real Truth, in which I talk about things that bug me or things that I just want you to think about. Now today what I want to talk about is rationalizing every decision that you make and how that in turn could keep you from making bad decisions. For instance, if you are annoyed by your boss and your thought is to quit your job, rationalize it first and say, am I so annoyed by this guy that I need to quit my job? And if after rationalizing it and putting it through its paces, you can logically say yes, then quit. But only after you rationalize it. You're in a relationship with a woman. She's not a bad woman, but you find that she in some ways is just not your speed. Or ladies, if you have a man, it's the same thing. Rationalize it. Weigh the good and the bad and say, is it worth walking away from this person because I care about this person, and if it wasn't for these 3 or 4 things, it would be perfect. Well, if you can say that, isn't it possible that that person could change in those ways? Certain things are part of our personality, and then again, some things just become habit. But if you rationalize, you might come to the decision and say, you know what? It's not really that bad. It's just me being nitpicky. Or sometimes just people have cold feet about things. Or it's the grass is greener on the other side. Check into it. Make sure this is what you actually want to do before you go running away. That's how everything is in life. Your friends actually ask you to do something. It sounds fun. And then after you rationalize it, you're like, you know, that is actually dangerous, or that could hurt somebody else or hurt their feelings, or just a plethora of things that it could possibly do that if you rationalize it, it would come to light. But when you make split-second decisions, a lot of times you can cause irreparable damage to you, to people around you, or your relationships. So consider everything you do before making a rash decisions. Small things are one thing. Somebody be like, you go into a restaurant and they say mild or spicy, and you say mild. I mean, of course, that's a split-second decision. That's not a big deal. But real life decisions, rationalize them. Think about them. Like your child does something wrong. Rationalize how you should handle that. Don't just jump off the handle. Especially a lot of people handle things with emotion, start hitting their kids and acting crazy. Not to say you should spare the rod. I don't believe that. But what I am saying is that sometimes before you get all angry and start acting crazy, rationalize it. Be like, okay, this is a teachable moment. Not saying you shouldn't still spank them afterwards, but in the end, sometimes consider the process before you just go jumping on somebody. Because a lot of times the way you handle it could cause your kids not to trust you or say that you overreact to everything. So sit back, consider things before you just go jumping in headlong and handling things in a way that is, in all accounts, re-fucking-diculous. And that's, see, so many decisions in life people don't rationalize, and in the end they wish they could go back. Rationalize everything. Parents, teach your kids to rationalize all their decisions. If your kid is with someone else and they're about to get into a fight, and your kid, you've raised them and given them a rational mind to think things through and stop being a follower, and they rationalize, they're like, man, I'm not about to do this. I'm not. Or to do drugs, they'll rationalize. At first it's like, okay, my friends are doing this, cool, but then they'll rationalize. They're like, really? This is not how I was raised. That's the thing. Rationalizing things can change everything. And the reason I bring this up is there's a young man that I know, and he had an issue at school. He made a rash decision. There's no real reason to get into it, but because of his rash decision, which started off as something so small, in the end it ended up with him getting arrested in the middle of school. Let me ask you a question. Is that worth it? No, it's not. Excuse me. But in the end, you know, he had to learn that the hard way. And then, you know, he's a kid, but he was old enough to know, so I just wanted to go smack him a little bit and say, fuck out of here, man. What are you doing? Stop making rash decisions. Think things through. It could save your life. Because in that situation, the cops could have shot you because you did something in a way that could have made you appear to be hostile. Get it together. But anyways, it's your boy, Big Kev. If you like what you heard, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're not typed to subscribe, that's cool too. Just watch my damn videos and make sure you signed in when you do. Also, if you have an idea for an upcoming video, go on and post it in the comments below. And if I agree and it's something that bothers me like it bothers you, I'll make a video about it. But if not, then I won't. And I hope you don't get butthurt, because I won't give a shit, because we have a right not to agree. That doesn't mean I don't care about you as a person. That just means that when it comes to content and what I feel bothers me, it has to bother me, okay? But anyways, it's your boy, Big Kev. And as usual, I'll see y'all motherfuckers tomorrow. Peace.